This is a presentation of the Sports Source Digital Network, presented by Hearthside Bank.
All right, we're doing a draft today, a draft of Tennessee's best football players. I'm John Pennington. This is the Sports Source Digital Network. I'm joined by Bob Hodge, by John Wilkerson, by Ryan Callahan. Thanks for everyone being here today. We're all going to write our picks here. We're going to get 4 players each. I'm going to give you a little explainer. We'll put a graphic on the screen. The bottom line is, if you draft someone who winds up leading Tennessee in one of the statistical categories that we'll put up there, you get a point. 2 points if you finish top 5 in the SEC in a category. 3 points if they're top 10 in the nation. If somebody's first team All-SEC, you get 4 points. If somebody's All-American, you get 5 points. In other words, draft good players.
Yeah.
Now, we got the categories, as you can see on your screen: rushing yards, passing yards, receiving yards, total touchdowns. Tackles, tackles for loss, sacks, interceptions, total points scored. And Ryan, you asked a good question beforehand. That's not like fantasy football where you get some for the pass and some for the catch. It's whoever crosses the goal line. Total points, kick return yards, punt return yards. All right, we're each going to draft 4 guys. So that's 16 guys, and we're all angling to finish first in a category somewhere. We have not decided who goes first. We'll do the S-curve back and forth. Let's. How do you want to do this? Who's got the earliest birthday in the year? When's your birthday?
July.
March. June.
I'm February. I'll go first. Now let's do it in reverse.
Who would have thought that would work?
Let's do it in reverse then. What was it? Your March. Your when?
June.
June and
July.
No, so you go first. Yeah. You tricked me into doing that. All right.
And I used all the glue on purpose.
Right. That's right. All right, John Wilkerson. Well, there's a couple of these that are just layups, probably. So who you taking?
4.
Your number, just whichever. You just want a guy who can be in any of these categories.
Gotcha. That's a good question.
So can be anybody on the team, just that you think it's whoever you think has the best chance of leading in one of these categories.
I'm going to go Miles Kitselman.
Okay. Miles Kitselman to John Wilkerson. And that's my little board. So write Kitselman on your board so I can remember this. All right. So, Ryan, you are next.
I'm going to take the layup probably and go with Joey Aguilar. I don't think there's anyone who's more of a lock to lead his team in a category than Aguilar. So
we'll know by the end of September.
Yeah, I certainly would hope so. But yeah, I'll take the layup on passing yards at least. Probably not a lot of upside with all SEC stuff, to be honest, with this pick. So it's a low ceiling pick, but it is a guaranteed category, I would say.
You would think. It'd be bad news for Tennessee if he's not your leader in passing yards. All right, so we got Miles Kitselman, who has a good chance of being all SEC. Also, probably going to be up there in receiving yards this year. Could be. Bob Hodge, I guess you're next.
I'm going outside the box because I want an all-SEC player. That's the reason I'm going Boo Carter. I'm going Boo Carter because I think he can lead the SEC in punt return yardage. I think he can be special on that. So I think he gets me those all-SEC points. I'm going Boo Carter.
Bob has written that so small that we'll never be able to see it on screen, but that's all right. All right. I'll keep up with that. All right, so Kitselman 1, Aguilar 2, Boo Carter 3. That means I'm next. I'll do the other layup. Take Max Gilbert, and hopefully he'll be the team leader in points. I won't have a Dylan Sampson this year.
Yeah, good chance.
I'm going to go Gilbert. It was my place kicker.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not drafting him as anything. He's my guy.
Right.
Tight end and a kicker in the first 4 picks. This is the worst fantasy draft ever.
It's just so people know it's not a true
and
fantasy
a defensive
draft.
player.
Yeah, and a defensive player. That's
Exactly.
right.
All right. So I
And
get
you
2
took
in
the
a row.
quarterback too early.
Yeah, I did. I definitely did.
We're doing the S-curve, so I'm going again. Let's see. I know where I would go in terms of best player available. I just don't know when he'll be back. I don't know how he's going to recover. I'm still going to take him. Jermod McCoy. I'm going to roll the dice and take Jermod McCoy as my number 2 pick. Hopefully he can be all SEC this year. He's preseason all SEC. I will also pray that he's your leader in interceptions. So that's where I'm going. So far, that is Kitselman, Aguilar, Carter, and McCoy off the board. So next after me is Bob again.
And I'm going to go with who I expect to be your leading rusher, Peyton Lewis.
I think not Deshaun Bishop. Okay.
I think he will end up being the guy as the season goes on.
Two very outside the box picks, I think, for Bob. I'm going to go with Joshua Josephs. I think he is I thought he'd be the number one pick, honestly, because he may lead in sacks and tackles for loss.
That's actually, I was looking at him instead of McCoy, but I thought I would go McCoy. So
Yeah.
that's a good one. Josh Josephs. All right, so just to recap, and again, we aren't seeing it here, but folks at home, you'll be getting a little, I'm not going to do a draft ticker, but you'll get a little graph to know who's gone where. So far, Miles KITSELMAN, Joey Aguilar, Boo Carter, Max Gilbert, Jermod McCoy, Peyton Lewis, Josh Josephs. What are you doing?
Arion Carter.
Good pick.
Yeah. Another one that could lead the team in tackles.
I would
The
bet
All-SEC.
Yeah, I would bet he will lead the team
Yeah.
in tackles as long as he's healthy.
Yeah, it's funny. We've got, this is interesting. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 defensive players and a place kicker.
Yeah.
That tells you, you think
Yeah.
about the question marks you have on offense.
Because you're thinking guys who are going to get big stats or big accolades. This offense has a lot more questions. Back to John. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Go with Mike Matthews.
That's a good one, too.
Yeah. Mike Matthews, receiver.
I like that one.
I think we're about to have a run on receivers.
Yeah. Got to think about all the categories here.
Tackles for
yeah.
loss, sacks, interceptions,
Yeah.
total points, kick return, punt return, and the kick return. They had Mike Matthews out there returning some kicks the other day, so we'll see. Rush yards, pass yards, receiving yards, touchdowns.
I know where I want to go. Deshaun Bishop. I think he may lead the team in rushing and total touchdowns. I don't know if that will get me total points because of Max Gilbert, but I think he's got a chance to score more touchdowns than anyone on this team, so I will go Bishop.
I am going to go because I think McCoy, when healthy, will be a shutdown corner.
I like where he's going here.
Yep.
So I'm going to go on the opposite side of the field.
Hey, whoa. We're going let's see. Is this right?
Yes.
As I was saying, since I think McCoy will be a shutdown corner, I think a lot of people are going to throw to the opposite side of him, and I will think that Ricky Gibson will lead the team in interceptions.
I like that one.
Okay. Ricky Gibson to Bob Hodge. Okay. Yeah, that's it. I was thinking you and I are back. Bob and I who are February and March. I'm sorry. All right. So I got 2 here.
Correct.
Which ain't good. Let's see. I'll take the other running back. Star Thomas.
Whoa.
Star Thomas, we'll see what he does transferring in from Duke.
Veteran.
He's the highest rated guy according to EA Sports.
Yeah.
So there you go.
When have they ever been wrong?
Exactly, never. So I'll take Star Thomas there. It's the third running back, so he'll get some yards.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll be your team leader, but who knows? And we've had Mike Matthews off the board. I'll go, all right, I've been saying you need Chris Brazzell to go through the Jalen Hyatt car wash.
Yeah.
I don't like the fact that he hasn't practiced a whole bunch this fall. I don't like the fact he had a lot of drops last year. But I've been rough on him all off season.
Yeah.
So I'll put my money behind him. My imaginary money will go behind him. I'll go Chris Brazzell.
Yeah.
So receiving yards for Chris Brazzell is the goal. So that means I am done with this year draft. So let's see.
Back to Bob.
Next up
That
is
was
Bob.
where I was going. I was going to go with Mr. Brazzell. So I've been outside the box a couple of times.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get back in the box.
What's in
Not
the
a lot of
box?
room left.
Thank you for leaving out, for editing out one of those lines. Yeah. What's in the box?
Boy. I am going to go a little bit different. I'm going to stay with receiver. I'll go
like
Travis Smith.
Yeah, I had him on the list too. Yeah, that's a good one. That's
I thought you
I
were going
have-
back in the box.
he's young, but
Once again, no room in the box.
Yeah.
it's interesting taking him over Braylon Staley.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody's talking about him.
And that's what anybody that I have talked to
Yeah.
that has been over there and watched has raved about him.
And you
that's-
hear him talk, and I mean, he says whatever I have to do to contribute early. That's his
Yes.
goal, is to be out there to be a difference maker from day one.
And I was told by somebody the only person that can hold him back is Josh Heupel when you watch him play. So I will go with Travis Smith Jr.
Okay. So, just to recap for everyone, Kitselman, Aguilar, Boo Carter, Max Gilbert, Jamrod McCoy, Peyton Lewis, Josh Joseph, Arian Carter, Mike Matthews, Deshaun Bishop, Ricky Gibson, Star Thomas, Chris Brazel, Travis Smith. So there's still some decent names on the board here.
I was going to say, I
Yeah.
did not expect to have this good of an option here.
Okay.
Man, I got a few different ways I could go with this one. Because there's a special teams play I don't think anybody's gone for yet, but I'm going to go defense here, and I'm going to go with Andre Turrentine. I think
Not what I was saying.
I
That's
think
good.
I think a strong candidate to lead the team in interceptions, and also a dark horse candidate to lead the team in tackles if Arion Carter were to ever get banged up, or maybe even either way.
Oh, that's good. Wow. Okay. Did not see that one coming. That's a good one. All right. So that means the
Yes.
next man is John Wilkerson.
Last pick, right?
Sure enough, it is. This is somebody who I think his versatility is going to be utilized more and more as we get into the season. So I've got two offensive players, going to go with a second defensive player. I'm going to go Colton Hood.
I like that one.
Yeah.
There you go.
To me, I was thinking of Colton Hood, or would you go Jalen McMurray? I think either of those guys may surprise, but that's interesting. All right, so I will let everybody reveal their picks. We'll see how this turns out again for those people wondering at home. We're going to give points at the end of the year for anybody that wins a statistical category, makes all SEC, or makes all American. First team on both of those. I have taken, let's do it in order. You went first, so who are your 4 picks?
Show the
You don't
board.
have to show it now.
Okay,
We've all
Miles
them too small.
Kitselman. And again, it's because I think he's going to be the security blanket. I think you're going to have the receivers kind of be a stable as opposed to one go-to. So that's why I like Kitselman number 1. Arion Carter, as we talked about, I just think tackles for loss, sacks, a potential interception, different things,
He may be the best player on the team.
as well as all conference.
Yeah.
He showed up well on the freak meter in terms of being a top 12 player and just wild athleticism.
John used to keep a freak meter back in the dating days.
Mike Matthews comes in at number 3, and number 4, Colton Hood.
Very good. Penny's going to throw something at me the next time I see her. All right. That's good. So next, who went next?
I
You?
was next.
Yeah.
I got Joey Aguilar, number 1. Josh.
Now, here's an interesting thing. I'm just going to stop just for that one just for a second.
Yeah.
Nobody dared take Merklinger or McIntyre. I thought about McIntyre because here's the deal. It would be bad for Tennessee.
Yeah.
But if things go the wrong way with Aguilar, I
Yeah.
think it would be McIntyre, not Merklinger.
If it was a long-term absence.
Yes,
I can
if
see
you're
it.
looking at somebody, so many times in Tennessee history,
Yep.
Bray came in late in the season. They went to Manning and Stewart a little bit later in the season.
They went to AJ Suggs, and then it was Casey Clausen.
Casey Clausen late in the season. Josh Dobbs late in the season. So if you get to mid-season or something and they're making a switch, I think it would probably be McIntyre. So I think it's interesting that he's still out there. And if we were going another round, I might take him just as a wild shot in the dark.
Yeah.
All right, so Aguilar is your first.
Aguilar first, Joshua Joseph.
Another one who
second
might be the
pick.
best player on the team. That's a great one.
Third, Deshaun Bishop, and then Andre Turrentine with my last pick.
I think he has the best draft. I mean, that's just in my opinion.
I was impressed by it.
That's a good one. Bob Hodge, what was your draft?
I went with Boo Carter 1 because I think he has a chance to be an elite punt returner.
Here's my question. Is he going to be the punt returner? That's my only concern.
Yes. Question answered.
I mean, Josh Aguilar says he continues to take steps to. I don't know that he'll play against Syracuse.
I was going to say, I don't know that he plays in the opener, and I don't. If that's the case, when is he back? But if he's the punt returner, he'll lead the
that's
team,
a great.
even if it's 9 games.
Well, he can
So,
also be a help on the defense too. Could be
Yeah,
interceptions.
yeah,
So
yeah.
he's one of your best athletes. He's a tremendous athlete. I
for
think.
sure.
And then
Carter.
I went Peyton Lewis number 2 simply because I think in the end he will be the more dynamic of the running back room, which at Tennessee everybody is saying it looks really, really good. So I went with him. Then Ricky Gibson,
I like that.
because he plays opposite an All-American.
Yep.
And that means he's going to have opportunities to get interceptions, and I went with him that way.
That's good.
And then Travis Smith Jr., just simply because of what I am being told, what I am hearing,
Everybody's
that
talking
he
about
is
him.
dynamic as a receiver and is the only person that can really stop him, Josh Heupel, by not playing him.
The Dean Smith, Michael Jordan.
Yeah, exactly. Only guy who got Michael Jordan under 20 points a game. And mine is the trying to think who's. This is like an Al Davis draft. It's like what's he thinking? Max Gilbert.
Sebastian Janikowski.
That's right. I'm taking Max Gilbert and Al Davis midways in one. I took a kicker first because, again, we're looking for team leaders, and there's a chance Max Gilbert leads in total points, and that's it. So, but I think that he should.
Yeah.
Usually that is a kicker.
Yeah.
Usually. So, Max Gilbert. Jermod McCoy, he's preseason All-SEC. I just don't know what you're going to get out of him or when he's going to be back.
Yeah.
But I do think you get an opportunity with first-team All-SEC. I also
Right.
think you got an opportunity with interceptions. So Jermod McCoy was second.
Preseason first team All-SEC.
Yeah.
So it gives you a better chance to make it.
I hit my microphone, so my apology if that created. I blew the ears off our director. Star Thomas, I went third. We'd gone through the other running backs.
Yep.
I don't know what to expect from this guy. There are people who see him and think he looks really good. There are other people who are like, yeah, it's Lewis and Bishop. You went and got him for a reason. Was it just to be the depth guy? We'll see. Star Thomas was my third pick, and then my last pick, I've dogged him for an entire offseason, so I'm going behind Chris Brazzell and hoping that he's going to have a second year better than his first year, which, when you're talking transfer portal, that is not unheard of. A lot of guys come in, have a first year that's I mean, another guy, we didn't set this up. There was no way to do pancake blocks or something.
Yeah.
But another guy like that is Lance Hurd,
Yep.
who maybe you look at it and say, okay, the second year here is when it hits. So Gilbert, McCoy, Thomas, Brazzell. Let me run through some other names and just see where you would go next, okay? People that are still on the board, if you will.
You made a draft board. I like it.
Yeah, Braylon Staley.
I'm stunned he was not taken.
Yeah, very close to taking him with my last pick just because he was there.
Is that because he was banged up in camp, or are people not
Doesn't stay
sure
on the
about it?
field.
Yeah.
And I saw 3 catches last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
that was my concern.
his pick is three question. It's 3 more catches of a question mark than Travis Smith Jr.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, so Staley, another guy, and again, there's a lot of talk about the tight ends. You could throw Ethan Davis in there. Deshaun Brave is a guy who everybody has been
Yes.
talking about.
Yeah.
True.
He's getting as
Yes.
much chirping as Travis Smith this offseason. A lot of people impressed with what he did physically.
I'm fascinated by that one because I think the blocking's still a question mark. And in this offense, if you're trying to run tempo, as we've talked about all the time, do they try to do that this year? And if they do, that may keep him off the field because they don't like to slow down the substitute. So I still don't know about that one, but he's a weapon in the passing game for sure.
We mentioned Jalen McMurray would have been a possibility. Idris Farouk has gotten a lot of talk this offseason as well.
Has gotten some special teams work. Dark horse special teams candidate.
Who do you think he could be the punt returner instead of Boo Carter?
Well, yeah, if it could be a short-term thing.
yeah.
It could be 3 games, 2 or 3 games to start the year. So, but yeah, DeJuan Morris is the guy that I think is a special teams play worth considering.
True freshman.
He could be an option on kick returns or punt returns or both, and one injury away from being a factor in the backfield too. So I think he's a talented guy that would have been a fun 4th-round dart throw for somebody maybe.
No one mentioned Caleb Herring.
No,
No one mentioned Dominic Bailey. Tyree West.
that's one I would have thought
Well,
about.
that is somebody I had on
Yeah.
my pre-draft list was Tyree
And-
West for a couple of different reasons. One, he could be really good, and 2, is Joseph the guy
Yep.
who teams roll their protection to, which gives him more opportunities.
Yeah, and I think Jordan Ross is also somebody that's in that same conversation simply for the fact that he had an immediate splash last year against an opponent you would expect somebody to have a splash against, and then you just didn't hear a whole lot. So love the fact that, like Lance Hurd, he was somebody who was disappointed that he didn't contribute more last season, even though he was a freshman as opposed to Hurd, who had another year under his belt. I think he's somebody that has the potential to take advantage of situations.
Sounds good. Bob Hodge, John Wilkerson, Ryan Callahan. I'm John Pennington. Thanks for watching the Sports Source Digital Network. If you like this kind of content, and boy, this was just kind of bizarro, but if you like this kind of talk, it's just a different way of talking about who the best players on this team are going to be. If you like it, give it the thumbs up. If you want to help us, do the subscribe button. If you want us to tell you when something else is posted, hit the bell button. That's the notify button. And if you want to tell us off, then go to the comment section. Tell us how you disagree. Is there anybody we should have put on the draft list? Is there anyone you would have drafted with your first pick? Knowing, again, this isn't a fantasy pick. It's more of, or fantasy draft. It's more of which of these categories would you have led in? Let us know your thoughts. I always appreciate you taking part in our community here at the Sports Source Digital Network. We'll see you next time.